I can't believe the Master invited you to our reunion. I wonder what's going through his mind. Keep in mind that the only reason I couldn't finish you off was because of Kamui. That idiot always interferes, but doesn't have the strength to stop me. What's so funny? So what? You ripped off my arm? As you can see, another limb has grown in its place. Take note that your wounds have practically healed, although the scars are still visible. Consider yourself lucky that I was merely testing you. I didn't hit you that hard anyway, even though I was pissed off by your attitude. Don't get cocky just because you became that bastard's protege. Yomi is miles ahead of you. He has never lost a blood battle, not even a single scratch during the missions he's been assigned. You didn't even realize that? My God, you're really a gigantic waste of time and effort. He might be strong, but I swear that one day I'll butcher him. I'll never forgive him for humiliating me in our battle centuries ago. He didn't even find me worthy enough to be absorbed after my defeat. Unforgivable. Apart from that old man and me, there are 3 more. Kamui, that irritating-looking guy we met earlier. Lem, who always carries out reconnaissance missions for us with Master's approval, rarely shows himself in person. And lastly, there's...
Hey? It's you, isn't it? It's been a long time, my old friend.
There's that guy. I'm not your friend, you jerk. I didn't give you permission to treat me so intimately.
Hot-headed as usual. Now, who's this? A new companion? How cold. Why didn't anyone introduce you to me? I don't like to be excluded from the fun.
How could anyone be able to get in touch with you? All you do is stay cooped up in that idiotic shrine, playing house with all those humans. How self-centered you are, walking around like you're some kind of god. How pathetic.
Some of us would rather use our brains than brute force to secure our provisions. Your method is inefficient and lacks the slightest bit of discretion.
What did you say? Are you trying to get yourself killed?
Oh, how foolish you are, Hei. After all these years of training, your temper is similar to a child's. Don't forget that I am superior to you. And if we were ever to face each other in a fight, you probably wouldn't last even 5 minutes.
When this is all over, Julien, I'm going to annihilate you as a warm-up before I kill that old man.
Now, my apologies. Where is my courtesy? It's a great pleasure to meet a new companion. My name is Julien. And unlike Hei, I won't cause you any harm. We are attached to the same cause. There's nothing reasonable about planning the murder of a colleague. Our numbers are already scarce because of the troublemaker over there. We became demons around the same time, but whenever we interact, he always shows this arrogant and insulting character. But despite all this, I do like him because, ultimately, he's strong. I do believe that Yomi would not be very happy if he were to find out that you two were fighting before coming here. It's so obvious. If Hei is so upset, it probably means that he lost. I really wish I could have witnessed some of the talent displayed by someone Yomi deemed worthy enough to recruit as his protege. He must be full of surprises, no? Regardless, it's a pleasure to cooperate with you. Before we enter the gathering, let me give you a piece of advice. Don't speak unless you're addressed. Got it? Let's be civilized, okay? Even if Hei doesn't like it, your master and I value organization and respect. Therefore, disrespecting our hierarchy is the same as disrespecting us. And you wouldn't want to disrespect me. would you?
You two took too long. Fucking morons.
And here we are. It's been so long. How nostalgic.
Apparently, we're all here now.
Welcome, my subordinates. I will promptly start our meeting.
Master, I am so sorry. I was unable to locate Yomi.
What are you saying, my valued Kamui? He was already here when you arrived.
Look down.
It's a pleasure to see you in good health, Master.
Master, how have you been? It's been ages.
Now that we have confirmed everyone's presence, I will start by informing everyone here that Moon number 6 was slain after an ambush. Kamui could confirm the equipment he was using under the debris. Now this makes me a bit confused. A higher demon being defeated in such a simple-minded way by a lowly human is something that is beyond my comprehension. Does anyone care to try to enlighten me about it?
That punk was rash. This generation of demon slayers appears to include talented Hashira.
I bet he just underestimated his opponents again. Except this time he wasn't so lucky and got himself killed. He was always so impulsive. No wonder he failed you.
Let's not waste time talking about the dead. Since Yomi's pupil is present, I would like to make a small announcement. Since our numbers have decreased, we must make up for this loss by promoting this lower-level demon to take the title of number 6. This way, our ranks will remain unchanged.
But Master, that weakling has no...
Silence, Hey. Don't interrupt me. I've made up my mind. By any chance, are you not satisfied? Shall I remind you that this weakling has been able to endure a considerable amount of time against you, our prestigious number 3?
No, Master. Pardon me.
Remember, with more powerful demons, we'll be closer to our goal. So get over your pride. This prevents you from thinking rationally. Do any of you have any comments regarding what I've just stated?
Let me train them more intensively, Master. Hei is partly correct. My disciple is not yet prepared to face Hashira. Grant me 1 week, and I'll guarantee that they will be qualified to honor the title of an upper moon.
Very well. Yomi, I respect your remark. Ensure that in 1 week this young demon has progressed to a degree worthy of the title that will be bestowed upon them. Let me continue. The next topic I would like to share with you is the fact that Lem is very close to plotting a route to the Demon Slayer Corps' headquarters. They possess something that I desire.
It wouldn't happen to be the so-called artifact that would eliminate our weakness against the sun, would it?
You surprise me, Julien. Precisely. Those scoundrels keep the item heavily guarded somewhere in their city. This item could change the course of the war in our favor. That way, we could eradicate them completely.
Not having to hide during daylight will really be a life-changing factor for us. With our superior bodies and fighting skills, destroying them wouldn't be a challenge.
To conclude this meeting, I would like each of you to give me your reports, each piece of information, and each detail that could be useful for the upcoming battle. Starting with you, Kamui.
Yes, Master. During my missions, I could observe the number of demon slayers increasing every year. The squadron is definitely full of more swordsmen and breath users who will try and hunt each of us down.
I see. But don't be afraid. The experience you have is something that cannot be replicated or taught. Each one of you is at their peak, in addition to the centuries of training I believe you have undergone. Before we part, I will grant you a dose of my blood, thus ensuring that your strength will rise considerably. Then it's your turn, Hei.
Right, Master. As I promised you in the past, I was able to become stronger while eliminating several hunters from the varied ranks and making an attempt to transform a few of them for experimentation. But I'm afraid they were all failures. Of all the ones I was able to offer my blood to, none of them were capable of achieving a full transformation, dying in the process. I'm sorry, Master. I also eliminated some demons of lower and higher levels that were not respectful toward you. And with that, I was able to perfect my blood demon art.
I don't see a problem, Hei. Even if we didn't succeed in those experiments you've described, we now have a former demon slayer on our side. I can assume they will be able to instruct us on many topics regarding their previous comrades. I also thank you for your devotion. I assure you that you will be able to use your skills much more effectively than their former hosts. Keep up the good work, Hei. Julien, you are next.
As you are well aware, Master, I have made myself the leader of a monastery within the walls of a very influential city. But of course I have developed this facade in order to secure supplies for our species. Because of my power, I can subjugate and hypnotize humans until they are slaughtered. And even after their deaths, they won't be remembered, as if their existence was never real.
I must admit that you've thought in a rather ingenious manner, and I appreciate your hard work in order to provide us with nourishment, Julien. You will be rewarded for that. And finally, Yomi, do you have anything to inform me of?
Only the involvement of this youngling in our cause. As I told you previously, this was my sole purpose. I just hope my selfish desires can bring results to you, Master.
That is a commendable thought, my dear friend. As long as you continue to serve our cause with the excellence you have been providing, I will allow you to have personal ambitions such as this. I remember very well your pursuit for an apprentice 400 years ago. I am glad that you have found someone whose body is adaptable to your blood. My subordinates, the path that Lem drew with his senses needs to be carefully looked at. This will increase our chances. I wish each of you luck and expect nothing but success in this mission. Do you understand? Kamui and Hei will head for the southeast gate. Your skills will be very useful and effective if used together. Julien, you and the newcomer will go to the northwest gate. I believe they will be able to support you by watching over your rear and preventing you from being exposed. And as for you, Yomi,
I will go through the front gate.
Indeed. I need you to be a distraction and cause as many casualties as possible. So then Kamui can infiltrate deeper into the city's surroundings to search for the artifact. Now that everyone knows their assignments, go. I will join you soon.
I'll create the portals that take you where you need to be.
I'm sorry, Master. Come on, Kamui. My blood is pumping.
You are too restless. Hey.
Good luck, my apprentice. May you succeed in your task.
It looks like we'll be tagging along. That's a nice surprise. Are you ready to depart?